Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Infinity and this is Magnetize Yourself, where we talk about life, love, spirituality, and of course the law of attraction. In today's video, I feel like I am tapping into the energy of a very specific group of divine feminines. This isn't going to be a general reading. This is going to be very specific for a certain group of people who will align with this video and feel resonance with it. So I feel that this specific group of divine feminines are ones who I keep getting the word shapeshift. Like, if you are connecting with this video, and by the way, the energy coming through it's very specific and it's also a bit complex. So bear with me as I try to explain it. But you seem to be someone who is very much a shapeshifter energetically, meaning you are constantly up-leveling yourself. I'm hearing shedding your skin, shedding your layers, transforming yourself, becoming a new version of yourself. Because of this, you may be someone who has existed in many different timelines and dimensions, even though you, of course, have been on the same physical Earth planet during this incarnation. You have shifted your energy so frequently and so radically that it's most likely altered in a big way the landscape of your life, your relationships, possibly even your physical location. So what I mean by this is you may be someone who has moved to different physical locations, who has had many different types of relationships or groups of friends, and I'm talking above the average norm. For most people, their life follows a very set, predictable trajectory, but you are someone who, I keep hearing shedding your skin. You're constantly peeling back the old layers and stepping into a new version of yourself. And the most powerful phrase that came through as I was sensing into your energy is, whenever you disappear, you level up. So what I'm getting is, very often you may go into these periods of time in your life where to your human physical self, it may almost feel as though, am I a person? Am I a human? Do I even exist? Again, this is a complex energy, so it's very hard to describe, but if this is something that you experience, I know that you will know what I'm talking about. You go through periods of time where you become so much of a hermit, where you really withdraw your energy from people, things, situations in your physical life and focus that energy in on yourself. And so people may at times actually see you as someone who is flaky, in the sense that you might cancel plans, you might be someone who can be very slow to text back or respond, you might be someone who begins to disconnect from other people. But many people misunderstand this about you because it's not a malicious thing that you do. It's actually necessary to your spiritual evolution. Again, every time you disappear, you level up, meaning every time you withdraw your attention and focus from the external plane, from the physical 3D reality, and focus dominantly on the inner world that you are creating, on this alignment of energies happening within you, you then go through a really powerful metamorphosis. Just like when a caterpillar transforms into a butterfly, it has to go through that cocoon phase where it's fully closed off to the rest of the world. And in that period of time, it goes through this rapid transformation and emerges free, beautiful, and unrecognizable to its previous form. And that is like you. as a spiritual being. Now, I will say, I feel this has something to do with your soul essence, your spiritual nature, because this is not the case for every soul that incarnates on earth. There are many, in fact, the majority of souls here incarnated on planet Earth do not have the sole intention for this incarnation to go through the exponential kind of up-leveling that can only take place through going through these intense periods of time. I'm hearing like a ringing in my ears, so for some of you, you might get that ear ringing sensation, which can indicate that you've gone through some kind of really powerful spiritual shift or transformation. You may see other signs and synchronicities of having gone through what I'll refer to here as a timeline shift, meaning you've shifted your vibration so profoundly that it aligns you with an entirely different physical earth life experience and also with a higher timeline. And that higher timeline comes with its own entirely new trajectory moving into the future as well, that is also aligned with that higher vibration that you've established within yourself. But the thing is, and the reason that you must go through these periods of time where you quote unquote disappear or where you're in this cocoon is because our past holds us to a particular frequency and to therefore a particular timeline. This is why when someone goes through a spiritual awakening, meaning their frequency is forcibly up-leveled by something that occurs in their life, whether it's connecting with a very high-level soulmate or a twin flame, whether it is visiting a new location that activates them spiritually, having some kind of life experience, something brings a huge amount of energy into their system, into their energetic body that begins to up-level them so rapidly that they are shaken loose from those old energies and the old timelines that those energies aligned them with. Now, for you, it's almost like you go through multiple spiritual awakenings. I feel there may have been one large scale awakening that has already occurred in your life, but since that large scale awakening, you've gone through a series of spiritual activations or awakenings since then that have all come with their own ego death phase, with their own dark night of the soul, so to speak, this period of time where you may feel intensely lonely, intensely disconnected from the world around you, where you are put in this metamorphic cocoon where you then undergo a powerful transformation that completely transforms your life. Now, I also feel that this can make love, relationships, and dating a bit complex for you because you have a very nomadic soul. Your soul is so untethered and free, energetically speaking. And because you've tasted that freedom, and also because that is aligned with a core value for you as a soul, you are not willing to tether yourself to a particular timeline for anyone or anything. And most 3D relationships are built on shared agreements to remain attached to specific timelines. Now, of course, the issue with this, when you are one who has a very fluid, free-flowing, untethered soul, is that you really resist being tied in to any one particular timeline because you're always breaking out of them, rising out of them, up-leveling yourself. This means that the only true relationships that can survive long-term in your physical life experience are the ones that can actually evolve with you, that can rise with you. And of course, those are few and far between. So you are most likely one who is very much a lone wolf, part of why I'm doing this reading is because I kept getting messages from this particular group of divine feminines of loneliness, of feeling like, is there something wrong with me because I can't tie myself into this society, to these social groups, to these relationships or groups of friends in the way that other people I encounter seem to be able to. And I feel if you've been having those types of thoughts, your spirit guides want you to know the reason that you find it so difficult to fit in with what the rest of society is doing when it comes to love and relationship and connection is because you are one who intended to be untethered from all of that, to not be controlled, restricted, limited, but to endlessly expand into the highest available version of yourself, the highest available timeline, the highest available connection for you in the moment. But this also does not mean that there are not others like you and others that you can sustain connection with. It's just that you have such a rare soul mission here on earth and such a rare frequency that it's challenging to find those who do align with you in that type of way. Now, as I'm speaking though, I do keep feeling as though there is at least one masculine energy who is very much similar to you at a core level, who also has this untethered soul, meaning they are one who also seems to shift and rise through a lot of different timelines, dimensions, and yet I see this like this silver cord between the two of you representing this soul bond. Of course, that soul bond is not attached to any one particular timeline. It transcends time, space, and dimension. And it always seems to keep the two of you connected spiritually, in spite of the fact that you're both highly untethered when it comes to most of your physical 3D life friendships and romantic relationships. With the card Earth, to learning how to be human in the world, not of it, I'm getting the word weird. So you may be someone who has always felt weird from a young age. You may have had other people even tell you that they thought that you were weird or something along those lines. I feel that there's an intense loneliness that you experience very often simply from trying to assimilate into the human experience when it's always felt so foreign to your soul. It's never quite felt like it fits for you. I'm hearing that you may feel as though you've never quite grown into yourself. This won't be for everyone, but for some of you, you may be someone who considers yourself to be clumsy, physically speaking, or maybe you were this way when you were younger, like you couldn't quite grow into your own body or into yourself or like calibrate yourself. And again, this is very specific for a small group of people, but for someone listening, the reason for this so-called clumsiness is actually because you as a soul are, in a sense, at some level uncomfortable with the density of the human experience because you carry a really high vibration. So it's almost like there's a little bit of a natural mismatch there that you're experiencing between the very high vibrational essence of your soul and the very intense density of being human at this time. Now, I did get two cards here from the Starseed Oracle deck. These cards are the Golden Children and also Perspective. So I'm actually going to get some clarification for these cards. Happy Family Upright. Wow, I have to say, I feel that with the Golden Children, it's almost like there is a kind of childlike quality to the openness of your heart, or others may see it as childlike because your heart chakra emanates a very pure frequency. with perspective in the reverse position, I also feel that you are someone who has always been a dreamer. You've always found it difficult to focus on day-to-day tasks that feel mundane to your soul. I'm hearing even things like cooking, cleaning, doing typical daily tasks always have felt very boring and disinteresting to you because your soul is always thinking on this really large scale and at this high level. It's almost like at times you get kind of bored by being human, if that makes sense. And part of that is because you've done this many, many times as well. This isn't by a long shot your first incarnation on planet Earth. With the Happy Family card upright, I do typically take this as a reunion card, but specifically here I'm hearing reuniting with soul family. I feel that you've been in this lone wolf energy for a long time, and even right now you may be going through that cocoon phase again where you are transforming in silence, transforming in secret. But I see this card representing that you are in the process of powerfully aligning with those who are similar to you at the soul. Now, for some of you, this could be platonic. This could speak to you magnetically calling in soulmates, soul family in the form of friendships, platonic connections, business partnerships. But for many of you, I'm getting as well, this could be also, or in addition to that, a masculine energy that you are connecting with here, who you are going to find a lot of peace and partnership and stability with in this incarnation. I'm hearing someone you can build an empire with. And right as I said that, the card 2 of Coins in the upright position came out here. This is a really powerful card for two souls coming together in a union. This also can be a powerful twin flame card as well. So it's very possible the person in question here is a twin flame, although of course only you can know for sure. The fact that this is the 2 of Coins also tells me that there's a lot of potential shared abundance between you and this person. I'm getting a lot of power couple energy from the two of you. For some reason, I was seeing dark hair or black hair for someone. So I also feel that one or the both of you is coming out of a situation where you were connected with a masculine energy that was, for lack of a better word, the word that's coming out is selfish. It's like someone who is seeking outside of themselves for what they can't find within, and who is incapable of reciprocating in a balanced way. I'm getting that you, Divine Feminine, may have had a masculine in your life that you poured a lot into platonically, romantically, in a work environment. This feels like someone who was very money fixated, but also the word greedy is coming out as well. Like they may come off that way. But again, there's just the energy of this person always wanting more from you, never quite feeling like what you were doing for them is enough. And this leading to really painful emotional cycles for you, Divine Feminine. Now, the masculine that you are now aligning with, this person that you are coming into this happy family energy, the 2 of Coins energy with, they may have also had someone from their past who was this way, because I do see there's a lot of parallelism between your life paths. So you've had a lot of parallel experiences. I am getting it's possible that for them, this actually could be a parent, this could be a friend, an employer, someone in their life, possibly platonically. For some of them, it also could be a karmic feminine who always wanted more from them. I'm hearing who sucked them dry financially, emotionally, or materially. But again, take this as it connects. I just feel a lot of potential mirrored energy between the two of you. And yet with the 7 of Cups in the upright position, I see you, Divine Feminine, shifting out of that dynamic. I'm hearing releasing the guilt, releasing the sense of obligation, going back into your cocoon, kind of like withdrawing your energy, taking your power back from that particular person in your life. And in doing so, really opening yourself up to a lot of new options and possibilities. I just keep hearing, you deserve this. Trust that you deserve the abundance, the love, the connection that you magnetize into your life. Because for a divine feminine I'm listening to or tuning into here energetically, there is a little bit of a worthiness wound that sometimes comes up when something really beautiful aligns for you or comes into your life. You may have imposter syndrome at times. You may wonder when the other shoe's going to drop. You may wonder if you're worthy of it. And I just keep hearing over and over, you attracted this wonderful thing in your life, or you are going to attract this wonderful thing into your life because you are so worthy of it. And when I say worthy, I mean because you've shifted your vibration in a powerful way. You've leveled up yourself, and that new vibration you are emanating is benefiting and up-leveling the collective consciousness, but is simultaneously bringing back to you the reward of having shifted your energy, which is this powerful manifestation making its way into your life. And again, for many of you, I'm feeling this powerful manifestation being new love, new connection that's very balanced with you, that brings a lot of joy into your life experience. For others of you, this could be more material related. This could be success, abundance, money, whatever the case is for you personally. But the thing your guides just keep emphasizing is, let go of all sense of guilt and obligation to your past and to those who did not reciprocate with you in a balanced way, and open yourself up to receiving the abundant energy, the love energy that you truly deserve. So I'm going to close this reading by sharing a card from the Rumi Oracle deck. This card is I surge on the uprising wave of love. But first I want to say, if the energy on this channel is resonating with you, then I invite you to subscribe, join our beautiful community of like-minded, conscious, creative beings here on YouTube. An added benefit of subscribing is that it does allow me to pick up more easily on your energy. So I tend to be able to channel more specifically for you in future reading videos. You can also follow me on Instagram and TikTok at Magnetize Yourself. And of course, feel free to leave a comment and let me know what message connected with you today. So the Rumi Oracle Guidebook says, I surge on the uprising wave of love. No gravity can stop me from rising. The moon pulls the tide of life towards her, and my soul in oneness with all of life answers her call. A wave of love consumes me, and upwards I fly, flying through water to greet her shining body. Led by my heart, my wits are addled, and my mind becomes a blurry mess. So I feel instead. I feel the truth of her love and the divine reflection she shines back at me from her radiant heart. So that feels like a beautiful place to close this reading. Thank you so much for tuning in today, and of course for being a co-creator here on this channel. I appreciate each and every one of you so much, and I'm sending you a huge amount of love and light today. Take care, and I will connect with you here again in the next video.